Hey everybody, welcome back to another BearzapperBBQ video. Today we're going to be doing New Haven style pizza. Sometimes it's Beats here in Connecticut. That's what they say. I call it pizza. Either way, we all call it delicious. So I'm going to be doing it on the big green egg today. We got the bottom and the chimney wide open, so we are really going to be doing it at a very high heat. It's starting to smoke right now, starting to get warm. I'm going to place the convector in there. I'm going to place the expander on top, and then the pizza stone on top of that. We're going to be making some awesome pizza today. Made pizza quite a few times on this before, and one thing I really love is how crispy the bottom gets and the crust gets, but it's still really moist and chewy on the inside. Really is similar to a Neapolitan style pizza that New Haven is famous for. So I do make my own dough. I will create a video with my own recipe, but you can use any dough for this really. You can buy store-bought dough, that's fine too. But to be honest, when you make it yourself, you can really, you really appreciate the whole pizza making process. And it really, it's really a lot of fun. I love to do this with my kids. My boys love to make it. They don't really eat much pizza, but they love to make the pizza. So I'm really, really excited to share this one with you. We got this one going up. It's about, smoky, 250 right now. We're gonna get it up to like the 500, 550 range, maybe even 600 range. But like I said, once we get the convector and the expander on top, the temperature is going to lower a little bit. We need to get it back up to range, so that's what we're working on now. And I have the dough actually rising behind me. It's I've had it out kind of rising for about 26 hours at this point. I did make the dough last night, and then we're gonna shape the dough and put it on in. Awesome, looking forward to this. All right, so we're about 400 right now. The one thing that you want to remember when you are dealing with an egg or any Kamado style grill is you want to burp it, right? Because there's so much heat going on. If you open it quick, it could cause a flare up and burn off your eyebrows. So we want to make sure we, burp the egg, and it's getting up to temperature real quick. It's at about 425. So we're just going to do this real quick. Shake it up and down and open. Look at that. All right, so I'm going to put the convector in. Actually, I'm going to put this one in upside down. Cool. And now I've got the expander. Come on. Ooh. There we go. Expander's in. And we are going to put the pizza stone right on top. Boom. All right, so while that's getting back up to temperature, after putting the convector and the expander in, getting that back up, and we have our dough that's been rising for, like I said, about 26 hours, 24 hours. And I mean, you can tell it's ready when, it just kind of pops back up. So we're going to take the dough. We have a little bit of a floured surface here. Cool. We're going to push down on it. All right, so what we want to do is we want to go from about an inch in, and we want to just push down while it's expanding out and stop at about an inch before the end. And we're basically just making ourselves a crust here. We're going to do that 3 times. Two. And 3. Okay. So now we have kind of a outer ring that's a little bit thicker, inside that's a little thinner. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this. I'm just going to spread it out a little bit. Just kind of working in a circle, right? Just let gravity do the work. Put it back down. We can stretch it again, but we want to make sure that we have a nice kind of ring around the outside, right? That's a little bit thicker. That way the crust kind of bubbles up. There's a little bit more, surface area here, I guess, or depth within the crust here, and which means that the bottom is going to cook a little bit faster, right? The normal, the center part of the pizza is going to cook faster. The crust will cook, but it's going to be a little bit denser in there, so it's going to cook a little bit slower, which is going to give us that chewy texture. It's going to be crispy yet chewy. It's going to be awesome. So we're just going to keep working around. Sorry, I'm not doing anything fancy like flipping it up in the air. Don't know how to do that. I'll end up ruining the pizza. So, like I said, we're just going to go around in a circle. We want to get rid of all the bubbles that we can. You really want to avoid using a rolling pin on pizza dough. Yes, that's one way to get rid of all the bubbles. But it's also nice to have some areas that, not all uniformity, right? So you want to have some areas that are a little thicker, gives it more crunch. And like I said, using a rolling pin makes it uniform. It makes it look more flat, which, if that's how you want your pizza, great. That's just not how I really like my pizza. So we're just going to use our hands and go around. It's so humid out today. This thing, for the last, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 hours, I actually had the dough outside just to get the humidity to help it rise more, which is great. Okay, so we have ourselves a nice looking dough, nice looking crust. Don't worry if it's not completely round or if it's not completely even. That's totally okay. Pizza's not supposed to be perfect, it's just supposed to be delicious. And just have fun with this. Like, this is, it's like playing with Play-Doh as a kid. It's, just have a blast. All right, just wanted to grab some of my other ingredients. Now we have our pizza peel. We're gonna throw a little flour on that. Don't want it to stick. A little bit more. Cool. And we're gonna move the dough onto the pizza peel. Cool. All right. So I do usually make my own sauce. Today I am not making my own sauce. So I'm using Rao's pizza sauce. And we're just going to take that. We're going to spread it around. And I will make my own sauce. I'll throw that recipe on there as well. But today I just did not have the time. Cool. Looking pretty good. I also highly recommend shredding your own cheese. What am I doing? Shredding your own cheese. It's far better than buying the packaged cheese. Packaged cheese contains like anti-sticking agents, basically, to keep the cheese from kind of sticking together. So if you grate your own cheese or you cut your own cheese, it tends to turn out a little bit better. Today I am going to be doing a margarita pizza. So we have some fresh basil from my garden. Cool. And I'm going to be doing some eggplant as well. So modified margarita, I guess. I just love the basil and the fresh mozzarella. We have this awesome cheese shop here in Connecticut called Liuzzi's. If you ever see their cheese or you're around Connecticut, it's phenomenal. And this is actually fresh buffalo cheese. I'm gonna throw some onions on there as well. Maybe if I can get it open with my cool. Okay. Just throw some onions. Boom, boom, boom. Looks good, not too many. All right. And this is that Liuzzi cheese I was talking about. It is fresh. They make it fresh. They make it here in Connecticut, and it is. They also have amazing sandwiches if you ever go there. Like I said, if you're ever in Connecticut. But look at this. Right. So we're gonna just take some. We're gonna throw little dollops on. We can throw a little bit more on when it's almost done. It'll kind of melt without getting overdone. So good. Awesome. Pizza's ready to go. I'm going to toss it on the egg. We're going to let it cook. All right, we are on the grill. Look at that. We're going to close the lid. And we're going to get that going. All right. So just turned this pizza. It's looking real good though. Oh yeah, it's got a nice crisp on the outside, super doughy on the inside. And we just want to make sure that not one area is getting too much heat. Meanwhile, I stretched out my other piece of dough, and I'm going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese on this one, shredded. Cool. I'm going to add some pepperoni on this one. This one I'm going to add some red pepper flakes as well as some jalapenos and some honey. I love the spicy and sweetness of the honey and the peppers, and add a little bit of basil too. Cool. Beautiful. And got a little bit of onion. Cool. Now I am going to add a little bit of red pepper. Yep. And I'm going to cut some jalapenos. I don't want too many. Definitely take out the seeds if you want. I don't want too many. I just want to have a nice little kick to interact with the sweetness of the honey. And we'll add some honey. Awesome. Let's take a look at this pizza now. All right, that looks awesome. Look at this. Look at that. You can hear the crunch. Take a look at the bottom. That is one good looking pizza. Whew. There's one hot fire. All right, I brought that pizza back inside. Now we're gonna throw this bad boy, put some flour on it. Oh, that's way too much flour. All right, and I am going to move this pizza right here. Come on, move. Cool. And way better. All right. Oop, I almost forgot to add my mozzarella. Wow, that's looking really good. All right. Cool. Well, apparently I'm smoking out the neighborhood because I've had a few neighbors come over to ask what I'm cooking. So, ooh, that is hot. Man alive. Anyway, I'm just rotating the pizza around. Make sure it's cooking evenly. This is awesome. All right, I just took this off the smoker. Look at this. It's looking good. The crust looks good. It's crispy around. And then I'm just going to add some grated cheese right on top. And this is freshly grated again from Liuzzi's. Highly recommend their cheese. Actually, everything there is great. Boom. Beautiful. Look at that. Looks incredible. I'll record after I eat it, and we'll let you know how this goes. Take care. Post-game recap. That pizza was bomb. The crust was crispy. It was also chewy. The toppings were great. The cheese melted so nicely. I'm telling you, Liuzzi cheese, it's amazing. If you can find it anywhere, get it. It's so good. It was creamy. It mixed with the sauce well. For mine, with the red pepper flakes and the jalapenos and the honey, it just went together so well. The sweetness of the honey, the saltiness of the pepperoni, the spiciness of the red pepper flakes and of the jalapeno, it was so good. So good. Do yourself a favor, save yourself some money, make your pizza at home. You can make it in the oven. You don't have to have it a big green egg. You don't have to have, a grill or anything like that. Although if you're following me, you probably do have a grill. But I'm telling you, it is just so good.